Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there hearing this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, so in this quick lesson, I just want to go into how righteous payback is coming, and pretty much inspired by the brother's video once again, dealing with how Esau Edom will not give you Israelites reparations, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. You've been here longer than a lot of these nations that come from these other countries, yet they're dealt with justly by Esau. They're giving loans, they're giving the shop someone to set shop, and open up a little business, yet you're giving the crumbs, yet you're being played with by this devil, man, and pretty much you're looking for this man to save you. All right, you're looking for him to give you justice for what you've gone through, for years, but the fact of the matter is that the true justice is going to come back when Yahweh Shai is locking. The true justice is going to come when Yahweh Shai come back. And that's what I say, slip of the tongue. When the Lord destroys this place, man, and that's going to be a start. But ultimately, when we get the heathen nations in the kingdom in slavery, this is 2 Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And as a nation, we are troubled by the other nations. We're troubled by the other nations. And constantly looking for them to help you, is a waste of time, because the Lord set it up to where they have us in captivity, and especially the Edomites, man. They're not going to help you. They have a hatred for you Israelites, that's not going anywhere, That hatred is deeply rooted inside Esau, man. That's the way the Lord set it up. He said how, he was going to put enmity between, us and them. When we go back to the book of Genesis, not to go too deep, because a lot of, Israelites don't know all that stuff, so I want to keep it simple. But on Revelation 13 and verse 9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And that's straightforward. Really, really doesn't have to be broken down too much, man. All you gotta do, is read this scripture and then go into history and see who led who into captivity, But it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, So he that leadeth into captivity, the nation of Edom, they led us into captivity, as well as the other nations. But Esau, Edom, is more known to have done so because they have more power than the other nations. But all the nations are going to get their judgment, man. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, Here's the patience and the faith. And patience pretty much means to suffer. So we gotta suffer, the BS of these other nations. We gotta suffer the unrighteous dealings of the other nations, especially Esau, until Yahweh Shai returns, man. It says faith of the saints because we have faith, and Lord willing, we continue to the end that Yahweh Shai is coming back and he's going to destroy these nations, man, and take power from them. The book of Revelation, the 19th chapter, goes in how he made war with the other nations. Because you got to understand, man, these nations, pretty much touch the Lord's people, so the Lord is going to come back to make war with, these other nations, This is the book of Baruch 4:25. It says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and thou, shalt tread upon his neck, and we're getting ready to see the destruction of our enemies, We're getting ready to see, Esau go down in real time, And I believe in the Apocrypha, it talks about, the joy. Let me get that real quick. Fall of his enemies, because that's one of many joys that a man have. This is Ecclesiastes 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. You see? So to see the fall of your enemy, that's a joy, man. And that's what we're pretty much witnessing right now, but more so when Yahweh shall return. Because when Yahweh shall return, that's gonna be it, man. Ain't gonna be no question about, what's happening. Ain't gonna be no question about who's this, who's that. Because first and foremost, Yahweh shall's return is being preached right now. It's being what's the word for it? And we always say it. It's being heralded right now, So when he comes back, everything that Hebrew Israelites has been saying, it's going to be right before your very eyes, man. So it ain't going to be no, I don't believe this, I don't believe that. No, you're going to know. And a lot of people, they know that too. They going to know that, what's being said is going to be it, because like the scripture says, let's go to the book of Revelation 1 and 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. Everybody's going to see Yahweh shall when he return, man. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him. Even so am I, And that shows you right there that Yahweh Shai is not coming like people think he is, man. People think that the Lord is coming back, as this peaceable figure, as this soft, blonde hair, white dude, man. Yahweh Shai not coming like that, man. He's coming in as a so-called black man, angry. If you ever seen Judah angry before, you see how like that austerity, man. Whenever you see Judah angry, or any of the tribes angry, but the tribe of Judah, whenever you see him angry, Judah get down, man. How much more him that's of the tribe of Judah, and he's coming back with power, man. And one thing that these nations are afraid of is an angry Judite, man. That's why Esau, Edom, his agenda is to pretty much, emasculate the so-called black man. Because they don't want to see Jake really in that power. Jake really in that, in that state, man. Baruch 4 and verse 31 says, miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons, Babylon, Okay, that's pretty much what this place, what these scriptures is describing. Babylon is a main place of prophecy, but of course, we've been scattered among all the nations, man. So miserable are those nations also, because like the scriptures say, we will be scattered, to every nation under heaven, So, every nation got to pay back for what they did to the nation of Israel. I believe there's a scripture in Maccabees where it says, for what nation have not had of her spoils, man? Every nation have had the spoils of Israelites, man. The Israelites as a spoil in all of our possessions. It says, verse 33, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Right, because the Edomites, they rejoiced when they had the children of Israel in captivity. The book of Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, I want to say, it goes into how the nations have clapped their hands. This is the day that we look for. Because one thing for sure is that they know who we are, and they don't want to see us in our rightful place, which is their agenda to keep us down. It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Because when the Lord sent forth that judgment, which he's already doing, the Lord is sending forth judgment right now, but it's only going to heighten. These people are going to be in great mourning. People mourning right now because times is getting hard. It's hard to pay bills, it's hard to eat, so on and so forth. But this really ain't nothing compared to what's really going to happen. Great mourning is coming. For fire, that's why the scripture says great tribulation is getting ready to happen. For great tribulation. Yahweh Shai outlines that in Matthew 24. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 talks about it. Daniel the 12th chapter, 1st verse talks about it. Something that never happened on this earth is getting ready to happen, man. Verse 35 says, "For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time." Right? That fire is going to be brought through the nuclear missiles, and also fire from the chariot, And after the smoke clears, this place is going to be inhabited by unclean animals. The book of Isaiah 13 chapter goes into that. Isaiah 34, when you read on down that chapter, it goes into how an unclean beast is going to dwell, in Babylon the Great, America, after the destruction, Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 14, another scripture dealing with payback. Isaiah 14 and verse 1, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, Israelites, and will yet choose Israel, Israelites, and set them in their own land." Because Yahweh Shem Shai, after he cleansed that land of Israel, he's going to bring us back there, and the heathen are going to build it up. And the strangers, which are Israelites, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Because the strangers are actually Israelites that's coming back to their heritage. That's coming back to who they are, and they're cleaving unto their heritage, man. Because we were all strangers at some point to who we were. Now, when we heard the word, we've cleaved onto our heritage, man, the house of Jacob. Verse 2 says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel," see, "the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and shall rule over their oppressors." You see? So we're going to take the heathen nations, chain them up, and we're going to rule over them, man. Thus saith the Lord. All right? And that's righteous payback. And there's going to be no joint rulership in the kingdom. There will be no joint rulership in the kingdom, as a lot of our people want to happen. They want to see Esau on thrones with Jake. Hell no, man. Esau going to be under our foot. And after their captivity, they're going to be done away with. Pursuant to Obadiah, the 18th verse. Verse 3 says, "And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve." You see? And that's what we served here in Babylon the Great. Hard bondage, man. And it's not getting any easier, and it's not going to get any easier. It's going to get worse until Yahweh shall return. And pay this place back for what they've done to us, man. "That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased." The golden city is America, Babylon the Great. This place is not so golden anymore, man. But you still got people that believe so. Back in the I want to say 50s to 60s, pretty much where America was at its height. But this place has been going down since 69, 70. This place is on its downfall, man. And now we can see that, it ain't what it used to be. You might watch, some old documentaries, some old videos, of America back in the 50s, the 40s, the 60s, how Esau had it, and they were living good, but now this place is pretty much spiraled down from there, and that's only the beginning of, righteous payback from Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Righteous payback is really going to come when we have them in the kingdom, man. That's when we're going to really live, But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to those that watched and comforting to those that watch. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rachakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. And until next time, I say shalom.